All right, what's going on, everybody? Gaby Card Stacks here, and it's been a while since I've recorded a video. I apologize. It's been over a week since I've actually recorded, and I've been traveling. I've been doing a lot of travel for work. This is my busiest time for my full-time job. It is National Week right now, and I am not there. We will talk about that, but we've got a lot to do today. A lot of mail coming in. We've got some mail that will need to go out. GameStop PSA submission, that just dropped. I got my grades earlier this week, got the call that they were ready for pickups. We will go there. It is the first of the month, so we will do some financial reporting. I've been doing a lot better with that, at least just, cash balance, whatever my credit card balance is, my inventory, what's my overall position. So we will talk about that. Need to do some ComC planning for some videos for this month, whether that's my long form or short form, all sorts of other content as well. So we will be running through that. I want to start building a stack for DC Sports 87 with football season this month now, college football. I think it's 4 weeks away. Want to get ahead of processing time, sell some stuff at auction at peak hype, get another ComC batch out. So we got a lot to do today. Let's just run through it. Let's see what we've got going on. All right, so let's start with eBay sales. I had my eBay seller is away message for the last 8 days or so. I think I only left 1 day open to ship. So Friday to Friday, I sold 8 cards. Not a lot, but it was for $524, which is probably one of my bigger weeks of sales that I've had. Again, I'm decreasing my eBay volume, and I'm sending that to ComC, trying to focus on kind of 20 and above on eBay. So we'll pluck all of these orders, we'll package them up, I'll show you what's sold. We'll go on. Okay, so $28 to ship all of this. All right, chat, it took a little bit to find all of these, but I finally got them. Let's adjust this a little. So I think, what did I say? 528 in sales, it was 28 to ship. I don't know what I'm into these cards for. You'll see it on the screen. Here we go, Garrett Nussmeier. Sold this for $99 plus $5 shipping. I had it listed for $100. Person sent me a $70 offer. I think I was into the card for about that. Probably 65 to 70. I'm pretty sure it's 69. Got an offer at 70, declined it. Went up to 80, I think, and I was like, after fees and everything, I'm only making $4. I'd rather just sell it on, Discord or Twitter or Instagram or anywhere else really to make $10. And then they sent me a $99 offer. My ask was $100. I was real close to not accepting it. I was very close. I'm like, brother, all right, what are we doing here? But I'm going to accept it. I'm going to be a nice guy. They're not going to return it. There's going to be no issues. Sold it for $99. We'll see. All right, so there we go. Decent little chunk there. Austin Simmons, this is the pristine gold foil. I don't know what, I need to look into this, but I don't know why Pristine has a license or I don't know. Why is it a collaboration, right? I don't know if these are more scarce. Again, I know nothing about it. I do need to look into it. It's not numbered or anything either, but it is a gold foil, so I don't know. Maybe I cooked myself. Maybe this is to 10 or something super low, but I got this in the Good Deals channel for under $20. That one sold for what, 40 plus 5 shipping. This was a little surprising to see sell. Tetro McMillan, I know he's getting some highlight reel plays like he always usually has at Arizona, but sold this for $100. I bought this for I bought multiple copies under $20 at release, and at that time, I was like, wow, that's kind of a lot for Tetroa. One, we didn't really know the Bowman market. This was truly kind of one of the first years where it was just in a weird cycle, with the product release timing during the middle of the season, plus just for my PC, that was still $20, which still I would say is an investment for me, I would say. $20 for multiple copies of this card was an investment. That was $100. I was very happy with that one. Also got another Arizona card, So Money, Jordan Tyson. I'd say a top 3 receiver for the 2026 draft. This was $90. I'm not making a ton. It is maybe a $65 buy-in. The 1/1, this is going to Phoenix. I thought it was a fair offer there. This one was an interesting offer. Isaiah Horton, I just picked this up for $5. I sold it for $7.77. I was like, you know what, I don't need to hold it. It is the nice on-card auto. These are out of Pulse, and it's $30 or $25 for one auto. So these are the on-cards. So I don't know. I was like, I bought it. I held it for a week, and I was like, I'll take the offer now. What's going on with Marcel Reed? I've been getting a ton of offers on this card. This one got bought. I had 2 or 3 offers while I was out this week. I don't know. I got some offers on ComC. I ended up buying some on ComC. That was 35 shipped. I don't know what's going on. Quick little flip here. Jadarian Price. Bought it for, I don't know, $10, $11. Sold it for 20. I don't need to hold it. Gaby's going to be good with his cards and his money. I'm going to make it and, move it quickly. This was one that I was like, 50-50. I don't love the State Pride design. And this is the Galaxy Mojo. A lot of things working against this one, to be honest. It is a 1-of-1 for Damon. I paid about 45, took an offer at 70. eBay fee calculator. I guess I can just look at the actuals at this point, but that I'll show you what the profit is on that one. Damon Williams, though, I love it. Damon Williams, so that was like $500. We're going to wrap this up, talk about the National, and then go to the post office. All right, let's package these up, and let's talk about the National and why I'm not there. And the answer is pretty actually simple, but just to be dramatic for the title and those purposes, I did not go to the National because I had a work conference. I was in Vegas for the Alpha Conference, the Association of Latino Professionals. Oh God, what is it? Association of Latino Professionals for America. So I went for my full-time job. It was really fun, but I did get asked to go to that maybe like 2-3 months ago. It's been on my calendar for a while, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm going. So that kind of made, I wasn't 50-50 on like, hey, am I actually going to the National or not? But I was still very much like, okay, like we got to look at logistics and things like that. I was not the best at planning. Summer, again, always my busiest time of year for my full-time job, just with interns and everything going on. So that kind of just like pretty much made my decision for me. I am really bummed. I do wish that I was able to go, especially like the week before, the week of, not so much the week of, because I was really busy. But I was really bummed because I started getting a lot of messages from brands, companies, all of those, and like, Gaby, are you going to the National? I hope to see you there. Of course, Card Collector 2, ComC, Collects, Leaf, DC Sports 87, the No Banger podcast fellas. Like, everyone was like, hey, hope to see Card Dealer Pro. And I was like, man, that would have just been an awesome opportunity for myself, for the brand. I went to the National back in 2021, and that was it. And at that point, like, I just went with like internet friends. I don't even think I was making videos back then. Maybe I was doing card show pickups, but that's about it. And yeah, I wish I was able to go. I feel like it would have been really good for the brand, but of course, the full-time job actually pays the bills, and it was just one of those things that I had to go to. So it was fun. It was very fun. I'm still recovering. I lost my voice for a good amount of yesterday after I got back. I think we're back to normal. I'm just very dehydrated, just thirsty in general. But yeah, otherwise, maybe I wouldn't have gone. Maybe I would have chickened out again and just not made a play. But next year, for sure, I already have it on my calendar for work. Like, I'm taking that week off. I'm going to the National. It's just, again, too much of an opportunity for me personally, brand-wise and growth and everything. I even looked into like media. I was listening to the No Bangers podcast, and they were talking about like Media Pass. I didn't really know that was, I don't know. I didn't know like that was a thing, I guess. And I looked into it, and it seems like, I feel like I would be able to get one for next year. Is it in Chicago next year? I think it's in Chicago. So I just want to get on top of it. The hardest part, what makes those travel card shows difficult is really like the travel. Like, you're paying a couple $100 to fly for me from Phoenix, and then all those nights of hotels at a much higher rate because of the traffic. So that does make it a little bit difficult, right? Like, that's a huge barrier to entry for anyone. And then just budgetary wise, I think you have to almost pay for it as an experience, and not so much like, oh, it's $1,200 just to buy some cards, right? Like, it's more about kind of the connections you make, and especially for me as I'm growing and developing and doing all of that. So next year for sure, it's already on my calendar. We'll start planning early, getting hotels. That's, again, the trickiest part about all of the travel, I feel, is just finding people to share rooms with or doing all of that. So next year, definitely our year. as opposed to like other travel shows. I don't know. Again, I always just feel like it falls on the wrong weekends. Maybe that's just me not making a play and making excuses, you know, going to Burbank or Dallas or things like that. You know, again, it does add up quickly, but it's kind of like the cost benefit analysis for the brand, for growth, for exposure, all of that. You know, I think at the end of the day, it's worth it. And especially, it was kind of surprising, again, with all those brands kind of reaching out, and it would have just been huge opportunity for sure that I unfortunately missed out on. But again, I had fun. It was for work, but it didn't really feel, oh God, okay, nope. Didn't really feel like work. It was exhausting. It's equally as tiring as the National, I would say. You know, we're up at a hotel conference center, whatever, at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and you're going out networking, doing all that stuff till like 11 o'clock at night. So that's why I didn't go to the National. I do wish I went, but we've got next year. We're planning for it. It's making me hungry. Now we're going to do my little monthly financials here. This is, it's kind of like in college when you don't want to check your grades and you don't want to check your bank account. Like, this is very similar because I spent a lot of money. My cash balance probably down. I'm loading up my account right here, and we'll see what that looks like, plus what my credit card statement is. I'm a little nervous for this month. Okay, not bad. Okay, so we're going to do, this is my cash. This is how much I have in my card bank account. And so, yeah, and I'm very transparent. I have nothing to hide. So that's what's in my bank account. 4 cards. I have a separate bank account for all of my card expenditures. I've done that since the beginning. Okay, we're up on ComC. I'm pulling up everything off to the side, so you're just going to see me populate all this. All right, so now this is where things get interesting, and this is where I kind of want to keep things. We're going to see another drop, I imagine. I'm not going to be shocked if, you know, I don't know. We'll see. So what I'm doing, I'm basically doing my eBay card inventory at 60% of ask price. I just feel like that's pretty reasonable because a lot of my prices are high. Some of these values have dropped, like they haven't actually sold. So my total eBay inventory is $43,622. That's my total ask. I do it at 60%, accounting for fees if it sells, you know, things being overpriced, you know, like a lot of, like, I have my no Fafita Path to Glory up for $1,000. Like, if I were to actually sell that, it's probably what, $100. So, you know, there we go. Oh, it's actually up. Okay, that's reassuring. So ComC, my total ask price, total asking price is $25,967, which I would expect this to probably go up. I do have it at 80%. I know why, because I have 2,000 cards for sale, but I have 728 cards that don't have an ask price. Like, I'm just waiting for those. So that's slowly increasing. Let's get a little format painter here and get that going. So, oh, the not 2 million. Hold up. Times 80. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. So that's good. Our ComC, as we start to decrease here, this is going up. And I still have, we'll say, let's see, that's about 100. I still have about 500-600 cards that need to get processed by ComC. So that's good. All right. Let's go to credit card. This is the part that makes me a little nervous. We'll see. It's going to be tight. Like, I could see this thing being 4,000. I could see it being 2.7. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this is actually our lowest, but I did make a larger payment. So 1,900 on the current balance. That's not bad. So let's do total value. So we're up. Wow. Okay. So this was actually good. This is like when you think you're going to fail a test and you actually like end up getting a high B, I would say. So, oh, there's Eric texting me. Okay, so that's not a bad spot to be in. I'll take it. Not bad at all. This was better. I was expecting this to be like 3,000 or 4,000. I do have money in my DC Sports 87, so I should actually probably request that or like manually add this in. You know, 500 sitting on DC Sports, probably a couple hundred on WAP, probably like 500 in PayPal. ComC credits going up. That's been nice. You know, so all right, that's my monthly financials. You can see the growth. We are, you know, hey, we're up about 10,000 on the year. So we'll see. Chat, you know what feels really bad? I packaged up all of that mail. I didn't get any content out of it. I forgot to take a photo of it and just post that. I forgot to scroll through all of it. I forgot to just like have commentary over it. So that sucks. And it's just been a while since I've recorded some content. So all right, here we go. Here's some NFL for you. Well, let's get some better lighting here, Chief. Hold up. There we go. Little Jacob Cowing silver. We'll see how things go for the 49ers. I don't know, but these have been cheap. They have been jumping in price. All right, here's a cool one. Damon Williams on the purple. I think someone sent this in the Good Deals channel. I got it like maybe 30 bucks shipped. The purple color match, the unlicensed, stuff doesn't really matter with this one. Damon Williams, Card Collector 2 bought some at the National. Got a little shout out from him. And I'm just trying to spread the word on Damon Williams. That's really all it is. All right. Zeviek, okay. I must have just bought this or won this at auctions or something. I like the tie-dye. The tie-dye from Leaf looks really good. So, Zeviek House. The next, John Mateer maybe? This I bought on Discord from, Jack. I don't know, it was like 10 bucks or so, maybe less than that, KJ Bolden. So I've been winning these at auctions. I think it's been, from the same account. I think it's Dingers. And it's, like, oh, okay, okay, there we go. Again, I like that tie-dye, Jalen Rayner and Zevi Eckhouse. Just Portal guys, perhaps next year, we'll see. Got this under 20 bucks then? Must have been like close to 20 at auctions. All right, Eli Holstein, man. Look out, man. Eli Holstein, Pitt Panthers. I like that team a lot this year. I did kind of open some of these already just because I was leaving and going out of town, and I was like, all right, let me just make sure there's no issues. I don't want it to sit for a while. Caden Veltkamp at FAU. We'll see what Zach Kitley and that coaching staff can do now. And then Elijah Brown. Love that red on the black jersey. Color match. Love it. Makai Lemon base auto, was that was eBay. I think someone sent that in the Good Deals for like 10, 15 bucks. Pretty solid deal. Been on Makai Lemon, Jalen Henderson. Hopefully, West Virginia's starting quarterback. I just, from the beginning, I'm like, bro, Nico Marchiol, not one of my favorite prospects to begin with. And then, just with Rich Rod and everything that I know, I've spent years with that guy. I know his tendency for sure. Here's a Cade Klubnik orange. Someone sent this in the Good Deals channel. This is definitely a crack. Might we crack this right now, live, today? Should be pretty simple. I got a little, it's like a end nipper or tile nipper thing from Harbor Freight. It was like $4, so we'll test that out. Maybe in another video, maybe in the next video. This is already pretty long, I think. So that was under 100, and it's just orange. I'm not a fan of like the egg or whatever, it's, what is it, Futures of Football? Never was a huge fan of this. What is this? Why are these? Huh? All right, cool. Okay, maybe I did buy these together. Here's a Sam Levitt. Is that a blue shimmer? Okay, I don't love the yellow uni, to be honest. But whatever. And then, oh, this was a nice one. Ethan Grunkmeyer, QB2 at Penn State. I'm sure there will be some hype. That's a 1 of 1 right there. I don't like these Mag Pros. I'm not a fan. What's this? KJ Bolden yellow auto. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Yeah, Hunter's Cards. Pretty sure that's Hunter's Cards. Someone who has my address, or maybe I gave it to them. Maybe they went digging. I don't know. Hunter's Cards, show yourself. I don't know if this is Discord, if this is from Instagram. I can't imagine I give my address to many people, but boom, got the green shimmer. I have a green numbered one. It was like to 65. And the purple lava I do not have. This looks so sick. I'm collecting Dennis Evans. I was going to go to GCU for the longest time, from like September of my senior year up to like March, maybe earlier than that. But I kind of backed off last second, and I was like, you know what? Arizona was always where I wanted to go, and that was that. But the first license card for GCU. Hopefully they get a football program soon. They're the best basketball program in the Valley for sure over Arizona State. So, all right, that's mail time. Let's see what else we can fit in here. All right, so I just got to be real with you. This is the current state. I'm still trying to unpack from last week and such. There's my mail. There's everything that we just packaged up. This is a disaster. There's the dog back there. I did some stuff for work earlier, was prepping and doing everything. There was a Jacob Manu Gold Sapphire ending last night. I needed to check to see if I had it. I did. This is the start of like some stuff That'll go out to DC and ComC. This is PC. I don't remember what's in here. This was inventory when I was looking for everything that I sold. That was basically everything in kind of the middle row. I had to grab the Tyson 1 of 1. So yeah, gotta sort all this up. Maybe I'll do a little finger snap and then we'll sort this out and then figure out what I've actually accomplished from now until then. Nope, I just snapped. I realized I should have snapped on the last one, so whatever. But there we go. I cleaned everything up. Was watching some YouTube. Everything's clean, looking good. I figured out I'm going to find a way to do some short form with this because I'm going to have like all the mail in my hand like this, and then I'll just have it swipe. I've been doing a lot of the swipe content on Instagram, on TikTok. That's been doing super well. And then I got my emergency so I don't get sick after Vegas. I will make a short of all my mail. I will clean my desk. That's gross. So that's going to do it for today. I talked about PSA and GameStop earlier today. Hold on, let's flip this thing around. I mentioned I got the call from GameStop saying my submission was ready for pickup. I'm going to save that for another video because I've got something else planned for that. So I will pick it up, but we'll start, I guess, a new video there. I'm going to start my short form content, and then I'm going to eat some lunch. It's about noon, and I'm hungry. So that's everything. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll pick up in the next video with GameStop and probably start doing the DC and the Leaf, or the DC and the ComC stuff. I have Leaf that I want to send in those batches. That's everything. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, love you, bye.